Welcome to our class today where our peak pose will be boat pose. This class is great for strengthening your abs, your hip flexors, and even a little bit of stretching of the hamstrings. Let's get started. We're going to start on the ground, making sure that our feet are hips distance apart. Lay on back to a nice comfortable position and lift the hips up off the ground for a bridge pose. Try to squeeze those knees together and then pull your heels back toward your body. You're not really going to be moving your heels, just giving the sensation that you're pulling the two closer together. And now rest and release. Do this a couple of more times. So lift the hips, really pulling the spine off of the ground. Do not over squeeze the glutes here. And release. All right, one more time. Let's make it the best one yet. Lift those buns off the ground, engaging the core, pulling those heels back toward your body, and release. And I'm bringing those feet up off the ground. Bring our hands behind our head. We're gonna do a couple of bicycles. So bring the opposite knee to the opposite elbow. This is nice and slow, very controlled movement. Engaging the core. You might start to feel the obliques fire up here. Do just a couple more on each side. Last one. All right, go ahead and release back into that bridge pose. Bring the hands down at your sides, lifting the buns. This time we're gonna let the right leg come up and we're gonna lower. Now bring it back up again and release. One more time on this side. Highest yet. All right, foot to the earth and relax. This time coming back up, we're gonna bring the left leg up, flex those toes back and set it down. Lift it up and release. Last time. And relax. This time bring both legs up nice and straight. I'm gonna do a little bit of a hamstring stretch, so just keep it nice and dynamic. Waking up the hamstrings. You engage those quads, you'll notice those hamstrings will get just a little bit looser. All right, keep those legs nice and straight here. We're going to bring our hands up and we're gonna tap the opposite foot with the opposite hand. So once again, nice and slow, controlled movement. Really engaging the core, leading with the heart, trying to keep the spine nice and straight. Don't want to be hunching over too far. All right, last one on each side. All right, set it down. Now let's sit up in a nice comfortable position and keep those legs extended out straight in front of us here. I'm gonna bring the arms up for a little bit of added effort, and we're just gonna do some straight leg raises. So bringing those legs up off of the ground, keep those toes flexed back towards your body, energy through the heels, keep a nice tall spine, engaging the core and the hip flexors here. These are what's bringing your legs up and off the ground. One more each side. From this position, we're going to do a forward fold. So lead with the heart, nice straight spine. Bringing the hands down to rest as soon as you've met your max. Flexing those toes back. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, release and fold further into this pose. One more deep breath in. Blow it away and relax. From this position, we're just going to stand up and let's get started into a couple of sun bees. So bring the hands up overhead, sink back into chair, hinging at the hips, engaging the core, bringing those hips into the ribs, making sure our knees are not extending over our toes. And exhale, release. Inhale, halfway rise, fingertips to shins. And exhale, plant the hands, step back into plank. lower, chaturanga, flip the toes, lead with the heart, up dog. Flip the toes back, downward facing dog. Bring the right leg up and swing it on through. Spin the back heel down and rise up into our first warrior two. Just to make sure that we're being safe, our knee is tracking over the middle of that front knee. We got hips tucked into our ribs, engaging the core. Take a deep inhale, flip the palm, and reverse your warrior. And exhale, let's bring it all the way down to side angle. Resting that bottom arm wherever's comfortable. Then inhale, reverse that warrior. And exhale, side angle. Maybe this time you can bring it a little bit further down. Inhale, reverse, last time. And exhale, side angle. All right, bring the hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back. And we're gonna spin our heels over to the right, keeping those hips up. We're gonna go into a side plank. Really pushing through the thumb and index side of the hand, lifting those hips up off the ground, engaging the core. Let's bring that left hand back down to the right, spin our feet back into a neutral position, downward facing dog. Left foot up, step it on through, spin the right heel down, rise up into warrior two. Knee is tracking over the middle of the front foot. Take a deep inhale, reverse that warrior. Nice tall spine, we're not making it a back bend. And then exhale down for side angle. Inhale, rising up. Exhale down for side angle. Try to get a little bit further down. Inhale, reverse your warrior, nice tall spine. Engaging those hips into the ribs. And exhale, last side angle. Bring the hands on down for plank. Roll those heels over to the left. Engage the core, nice stable shoulder. Lifting those hips up off the ground for side plank. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release. Back into downward facing dog. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step up. Inhale, halfway rise, fingertips to shins. And exhale, release. Inhale, hands up overhead. And hands back to heart center. Inhale the hands up overhead, sit back into chair. Remember to hinge at the hips, engage those abs. This time you might be able to bring one leg up off the ground, set it down, lift up the other one for a little bit of marching in place. I do just a couple of these. Last one. Take an inhale. And exhale, release. Inhale, halfway rise, fingertips to shins. Nice flat back. Plant the hands, step back. Lower down for chaturanga. Flip the toes, leading with the heart. Up dog. Rolling over the toes, back into downward facing dog. Right leg's gonna fly, bring it on through. Spin the back heel down, rise up into warrior one. Hips are facing the front of the room. Hips tucked under ribs. Make sure that front knee is not extending over the toes. We're gonna take a deep inhale, bring our hands to our back for a bind behind us, really rooting those thumbs down the base of your spine toward the floor. Engage those abs, be sure not to flare the ribs. And exhale, bend forward for a humble warrior. Inhale, rise, and do a couple more of these. And exhale, release, let out all that old air. Inhale, rise, really expanding all the way into 360 degrees through your chest. And exhale, release, blow out all that old air. Let go of that bind, bring those hands down to the mat. Roll your feet over to the right, bring your arm up for a side plank. Option to make it harder, you can stack the feet. or even lift that top leg for star plank. Whatever you're doing, bring it back into a regular plank and back for downward facing dog. Left leg's gonna come up, bring it on through, spin the back heel down, rising up for warrior one. Engage those abs, take an inhale, bring that bind behind you, really root your hands down toward the ground. Inhale and exhale, lean forward, humble warrior. Inhale, rise. And blow it away, humble warrior. Last one. Release, plant the hands down, heels over to the left. Arm up for a side plank. Option to stack the feet or bring them up. Meet back into regular plank and back for downward facing dog. All right, from downward facing dog, we're just gonna find a nice comfortable seat on the floor. Bring my knees down here. We'll have a seat. Now from here, I'm gonna give you a couple of different options in order to do boat pose. The first and foremost, probably a little bit better for beginners, keep your hands back to keep you balanced. Try to engage the core and then lift those legs up off the ground. You can bend your knees. Otherwise, you are also welcome to extend the legs. A little bit harder on the hamstrings. For a little bit more advanced pose, you can sit on back without your hands, just keeping them up in front of you and your feet bent, with also the option to advance and straighten the legs. Whew, got a little bit of the shakes. All right, set it on down. Way to go, guys. You just finished boat pose. All right, let's give our knees a big hug, really round the spine after all that work we were just doing. Give them a great big hug. Try to catch your breath. All right, from here, I'm gonna bring my feet out in front of me in a butterfly pose. Peel those feet back like you're reading a book. You're going to lean forward for a forward fold. You feel that stretch in through the inner hips. All right, rise. I'm gonna scoot down a little bit on my mat, keeping my feet in this butterfly position. I'm going to lay on back and just let my knees hang. If you need a little bit of extra support in this pose, you can always grab your blocks, set them right underneath your thighs to provide a little bit of support. From here, I'm gonna extend my left leg out straight. I'm gonna bring my right knee in. We're gonna do upside down pigeon. So I'm gonna bring my left foot up and I'm gonna hold on to my shin and my foot. Just trying to recreate that pigeon pose, but we're upside down. Your leg does not need to be parallel with the ends of the mat. Just bringing it up to whatever's comfortable. All right, let's switch it out. Bringing the knee up, bring the foot out, and hold on to wherever is comfortable for you. Take a deep inhale and exhale. All right, now release, but this time let's bring both feet up. We're gonna go to happy baby. So really pulling those knees down toward the ground, grabbing onto either the pinky toe side of your foot or the outside of your shins, wherever you are and whatever's comfortable in your body today. Try to keep that tailbone grounded toward the ground. We don't want the sitting bones lifted up too high off the floor. All right, exhale, release. Now, we're gonna take a couple of breaths just to center ourselves after today's practice. Breathe in all of that hard work that you did, all the positive energy that you just created, and blow it away. One more inhale. Really fill those lungs to their maximum capacity. And then release. Last one. Breathing in, creating a 360-degree breath, spanning all those ribs, and blow it away. Thank you for joining me today with our boat pose class. I hope your yoga continues to thrive.